Frank was arrested and sent to prison. His wife had been murdered, but he was the one accused of the crime. He was innocent, but the false accusation had turned his life upside down. In prison, one detail caught his attention. The prisoners were wearing the same bracelets he had seen on the killer's wrist. One day, he was suddenly summoned to the warden's office. The warden asked Frank to participate in a deadly car race. The goal was to broadcast these races live and make a lot of money. When the race began, all the cars sped off wildly as the green light flashed. Frank quickly took the lead, reminiscent of an old professional racer. However, at that very moment, the warden changed the rules of the game. The sword, shield, and skull symbols were activated. Some racers bet on the sword. Gatling-style automatic weapons were added to their cars, and they launched a ruthless attack. The vehicles that chose the shield scattered slippery substances and nails across the track. These traps caused the tires of their rivals to burst, causing them to crash. The steel spikes that emerged from the vehicles that chose the skull exploded upon contact. Frank also bet on the sword, but the weapon system did not activate. The firebombs couldn't be launched either. Desperately, he pulled the launch lever by hand. The bomb flew out, hitting the wall first, then the vehicle behind it. His assistant threw the lighter, the bomb caught fire, and the enemy vehicle was blown to pieces. At that moment, someone next to Frank made a mysterious hand gesture. It was the same sign made by the person who had killed his wife. The killer was now right in front of his eyes. In the second race, Frank caught up to the killer's vehicle and opened fire on it. Then he released thick smoke from his car, blocking the killer's vision. The killer crashed into a concrete wall at high speed and was destroyed. However, Frank realized that the real enemy was the prison warden, who had been forcing him into the race from the start to make money. The warden responded immediately. He sent a warship to the racetrack. Rockets fired from the ship were destroying the cars one by one. Soon, only Frank and his partner Jinky remained on the track. The two of them drove toward the skull symbol. The warship crashed into steel spikes and was reduced to scrap metal in a huge explosion. Before the third and final race, the warden secretly planted a bomb in Frank's car. When the race began, only Frank and his rival Joe were on the track. Joe fired a rocket, but Frank maneuvered at the last moment, redirecting the rocket toward the prison's outer wall. The wall exploded. The two escaped from the prison at high speed. The warden pressed the secret button and tried to detonate the bomb, but it was too late. The bomb had already been removed. At that very moment, a mysterious package was delivered to the warden.